Okay then, no more teasing. This is the Citroën C3. This is not the Aircross, this is not a crossover, this is not their compact SUV rival of any kind. This is a hatchback. They insist that this is a hatchback. We've already seen the design because the vehicle was revealed on the internet a little while back. So you've seen this vehicle in action, you've seen the design, but here it is in its India spec avatar. So the first thing that you will notice are these halogen headlamps. You get these LED DRLs on the sides. That's the detailing. Those are the halogen headlamps. You get fog lamps down below, and the orange housing that you see around the fog lamp, that is customizable. In fact, all the orange bits that you see on this car are customizable to an extent. The roof can only be had in orange or in a black or in the body color, but we'll come to that in a bit. You see that aluminum finished scuff plate right at the bottom, the Citroën chevrons right on top, and they merge into those DRLs. You'll also see this mesh detailing in the grille. Moving over to the side, let me show you what the side profile of the car looks like. It fits in this frame, so you should get a good view at the side profile. Like I said, Citroën is insisting that this is a hatchback, but the ground clearance is 180 millimeters, 180 millimeters, unladen of course. There are about 3 people inside the car at the moment, and this car is rolling on 15-inch wheels, 195 section tires. You see this dual tone finish on the wheels, and on the lower spec trims you will get a slightly similar looking design, but those will be hubcaps, and you get disc brakes at the front, drum brakes at the rear. And if you look at the doors, those are the door handles, the pull-out door handles, and that is the door pad for the rear. I'm going to go in the front. There are people in there shooting, so you get a bottle holder here. These are your door knobs, a little more storage space out here, and the power window switches for the rear are right here in the tunnel console. To give you a quick idea of the space, this is what it looks like. My opinions are on embargo, so how does this seat feel in terms of the comfort, etc., I'm going to talk about it later in the review, so definitely do stay tuned for that. Let me now show you the rear end of the car. Let's get a closer look at the tail lights. No LED treatment here either. You get the conventional bulbs all around, and that's the C3 logo on the boot, the Citroën chevrons, and this is the full view of the rear. Again, like we saw in the front, you see the colored accents in the rear bumper, and you have the reflective elements in there. No rear fog lamp at the moment, and I use the word at the moment because if you see this unit here, I'm not sure how clearly it is visible for you, but if you see this unit here, I think that's a provision for a reversing camera. On the topic of reversing, you get 2 reversing sensors at the rear. No scuff plate, but you can have an accessory and can get an aluminum finished scuff plate at the rear, just the way we saw at the front. If you see the boot is open, it is. That's 315 liters of boot space. You get this parcel shelf. You Look at the height of the loading lip, and that's quite a deep boot. 315 liters on the spec. And if you see the spare tire, it says the Seat Stepney. This is a space saver. It's a 185 section tire with a 14-inch diameter. That is how the inside of the boot lid is finished. And here's another look at it. Anyway, so you have these strut braces right here. And now let me get into the front. And let's get a view of the front end of the dashboard. So you get this orange panel here inside as well. It is done up in a matte. It's got this dimple effect as well. And look at the size of the AC vents. So there's one big AC vent here, AC vents right here in the center, and then you get this digital instrumentation, a small digital instrumentation right here with the telltale signs, and then you have the gauges on the side. So this is the infotainment. I'm going to quickly cycle through the infotainment: radio, phone, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. These two are wirelessly possible. This is the media, Bluetooth audio. Device list will essentially show you all the devices that you have paired with this particular infotainment system. If you go into general, English, because of course French, of course Citroën, and then other languages as well. You can do a factory reset right here. Display will essentially let you tune the brightness and display date and time in user off mode. So whenever you just turn off the display, it will still continue to show you the date and time. And then there is Wi-Fi. So you can have Wi-Fi capability on this. This is radio, telephony, and navigation. To use navigation, please connect your smartphone for projection. So essentially, like I told you, wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and then the Google Maps from that smartphone interface will show up here. So that is the infotainment for you, and that's all that you get in here. Apart from that, there is not much in the vehicle. No alerts at present, so if there are any vehicle alerts, it will be listed out here. This is the clock, sync date and time to GPS. You can also select the time zone. So let's select that to UTC plus 5:30. That's Indian Standard Time. These are your audio settings. So here you have the balance and fade, so you can select how you want the audio. Equalizer. There are some presets for the equalizer as well. You can select separate volumes for separate things. We've seen this in the Citroen C5 as well, and it comes to the C3 as well. So you can select the volume that you want for the media. You can select a separate volume for the phone, so when someone's calling or when you're speaking to someone, what kind of volume do you want? Ringtone volume, when someone's calling, that is where the ringtone volume will come in. Notification volume, etc. And the speed dependent volume control essentially means as the speed rises, your volume will also go up for the audio. So you can turn that on as well. Phone settings is BT visibility, that's for Bluetooth. You can add device, this is where the device list is. So that's self-explanatory. Display we've already gone into. So yeah, so that's the infotainment. This is a 10-inch unit, and I don't know the number of speakers yet, but I can see speakers here in the A-pillar, and you can see the size of the A-pillar right here. And these are the outside rear view mirrors. They are controlled mechanically using this stalk right here. The power window switches for the front are in the conventional place. There is storage space here as well. There's a door pocket for your 1-liter bottles, 2 cup holders right here. And let me turn on the flash. So now with the flash, you'll be able to see it better. So you can keep your phone here. There's a USB-A port here, 12-volt charger here. These are your AC controls on top. This is the manual transmission. You can see this is the 5-speed manual with a reverse. So essentially the engine under the hood is the 1.2 PureTech 82, which means it puts out 82 PS of power. You can also have a 1.2 with 110 PS of power, that's a turbocharged engine, and here you will get a 6-speed manual instead. Those are the pedals, no dead pedal on the side, but there seems to be plenty of room there. Is that enough? Is what I'm going to talk about in my review. Let me also show you the switches right here, and that is the key. No keyless go for this car. Let me also quickly show you the rear seat. Before that, that's the handbrake, more storage capacity here. Those are the power window switches for the rear, and that is another storage compartment, maybe for your phone. There are 2 more USB ports for the rear seat occupants. You can see it there, and they are fast charging ports is what I'm told. Now, on the topic of the rear seats are placed higher than the front seats so that everyone gets a good visibility, is what Citroën insists. You get integrated headrests all around, but you will see only 2 headrests at the back. So this space, I think, should be good enough or safe enough only for 2 adults and a kid. That's something that we saw in the B-roll as well. It's sitting on a 2.5 meter long wheelbase, which Citroën claims is best in class, better than most hatchbacks out there, and that should liberate a lot of space on the inside, a lot of comfort on the inside as well. Again, something that we are going to verify tomorrow with our review. So you get these roof rails. You can have this roof in orange or black or in body color, or you can customize it the way you want later. You have decals and graphics and all kinds of accessories that you can put on this car to make it your own. So that is the Citroën C3 Aircross. I told you the engine specs, I've shown you the features that it comes with, and we are driving this in Goa at the moment, and we'll have the drive review up very soon, so stay tuned to Overdrive for it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and do consider sharing this video with your friends and family. If you have any questions about this car, put them through in the comment section below, and I will answer them personally. Thank you so much for watching.